You're everyone's plan B. You just didn't know it for a long time, not consciously, not in words you'd ever say out loud to anyone. So you made yourself impossible to replace instead, without ever deciding to do that on purpose. Your best friend picked someone else to be maid of honor, someone she'd known for half as long as you'd known her. You smiled at the wedding anyway. You held her bouquet during the vows, standing close enough to the moment that should have been yours in some form. Nobody saw what it actually cost you to stand that close to a role you'd quietly hoped for. The person you loved called you the safe choice, once, meaning it as a genuine compliment at the time. You heard it as what it actually was underneath the wording. Second place, just dressed up nicely so it wouldn't sting as much. You stayed anyway. You always stay anyway, even when the wording should have told you everything. You trained the coworker who ended up getting the promotion you'd been quietly working toward for 2 full years. You taught him everything he needed to know to get the exact job you wanted for yourself. He thanked you sincerely in his acceptance speech in front of the whole room. You clapped for him from the back of the room, the way you always do. Your coworker panics right before a deadline, and you're the one who stays late that night to fix it quietly, without complaint from you or anyone asking you to. Everyone says you're so calm under pressure, so dependable no matter what gets thrown at you in that office. Nobody ever asks what's actually happening underneath your version of calm, what it costs you to keep producing it on demand for people who never wonder. There's a name for people who keep getting picked second and stay anyway, over and over, without ever once walking away. If you already know exactly what this is, comment below right now and tell me. Go back further, before this was just a pattern you accepted without questioning it at all. There was a house with more than one kid in it, and one of them got picked first, always, every single time. Not because you did anything wrong in that house, not because you failed at anything specific, just because you weren't the one they reached for first when it actually mattered. You learned fast that being chosen wasn't something you could ever count on happening for you. So you built a different plan entirely, quietly, without anyone teaching you to do it. Become so useful that nobody could function without you around in any capacity. If they wouldn't choose you first no matter what, they'd at least need you constantly, permanently, without exception. That felt like enough for a long time. More than enough actually, because it was the only version of value you'd ever been offered. You got good at being indispensable, genuinely excellent at it, better than anyone should have to become at something like this. The one who remembers every birthday without fail. The one who fixes every mistake quietly. The one who's always available no matter the hour. Not first choice, never first choice, just permanently on call in case first choice happens to fall through. And first choice falls through more often than anyone ever tells you it will, more often than you'd expect. You're still doing this right now, today, in completely different rooms with completely different people around you. Type, "I see it," in the comments if this is you, if you already recognize every piece of what I'm describing here. Your group project gave the presentation credit to the person who talked the most in the room, not the one who did the actual work behind it. You did the actual work every single time, like you always do without being asked twice. Nobody thought to ask whose name should have been said first in that moment. You didn't think to ask either, because you never do, because it never occurred to you that you could. You've stopped expecting to be picked first a long time ago. You just make sure they can't survive without you instead, quietly, every single time. Psychologists actually have a name for this exact pattern. It's called the backup plan. Making yourself so useful that being chosen first becomes irrelevant, because you've made yourself unavoidable to everyone around you instead. Not a compliment to your usefulness. Not really, no matter how it's phrased by the people benefiting from it. A workaround for never being wanted first, built quietly over years without you noticing it happening. This is why you over-deliver on things nobody actually asked you to over-deliver on in the first place. This is why just in case has basically been your entire personality for years without you ever naming it out loud. Your body didn't decide this by nature, no matter how natural it feels to everyone watching you operate this way. It adapted to a pattern that started small a long time ago and simply never stopped adapting since. And the pattern doesn't know that the original house is long gone now, that nobody's actually ranking you anymore the way it once felt like they were. It still genuinely thinks usefulness is the only currency that keeps you in the room at all. So you keep over-functioning every single project, every relationship, every group you're quietly essential to without asking. Nobody's ever once picked you first without some reason attached directly to your usefulness to them. Because you never gave anyone the actual chance to want you for anything else beyond that. You built yourself into someone so necessary, so reliably useful, that being loved first stopped even feeling like the actual point anymore. This is the cruelest part of the backup plan. If you actually sit with it honestly instead of looking away from it, the more indispensable you become to everyone around you, the less anyone thinks to actually choose you on purpose, for no reason at all. You start to believe this is just what you're naturally good at. Support. Backup. The reliable one everyone can count on without question. You're not just good at it though, not really. You're starved for the version of this where you're picked first for absolutely no reason at all. Being needed by everyone isn't the same thing as being truly wanted by anyone specific, and it never once was, no matter how close the two can feel in the moment. Here's what actually starts to change this pattern for good, if you're ready to hear it. Letting yourself want to be first choice out loud, without shrinking the want down to something smaller and safer. Not earning it through more usefulness than you've already given. Just wanting it plainly, like it's actually allowed for someone like you. The next time you're picked second by someone, notice it happening instead of immediately making yourself more useful to compensate for it. You don't have to stop being someone people can rely on when things get hard for them. That's not the fix here. You just have to stop believing reliability is the only reason anyone would ever keep you around at all. Being chosen first isn't something you earn through overwork or over-delivering, no matter how long you've believed that. It's something you're owed simply by existing, by being exactly who you already are, without adding anything extra to it. You didn't choose to become the backup plan for the people in your life. You were placed there before you even understood there was another option available to you. Now, for the first time in your life, you actually get to choose whether usefulness stays the whole entire story. You're everyone's plan B, and it's finally time you stopped applying for that exact position. Somewhere back there, someone chose differently than you, and it quietly taught you your value was conditional on something. They were wrong to teach you that lesson so early. Not because you weren't enough exactly as you were, because nobody should have to learn that lesson this young, this early in their life. You're not competing for a spot anymore, not in the rooms that actually matter to you. You're allowed to be someone's first choice without earning it first, without proving anything at all. That was never enough. Not really, not ever. This, being wanted, plainly, without conditions, is